好，喝的好，都朋友。你来看我哦。好，好 ，Thank you。好，我们节目就要开始了，准备，大家坐好。
比较做的方面比较多。你看他们去 Serbia， 有的大家都是上班族啊，然后都放下工作去 Serbia， 就是人家捐的钱，然后我们自己做飞机这样。
你知道在英国的慈善机构坐车去到一个地方，在英国对，那是英国是在英国
It is with great pleasure to welcome you all here today at Ming Ai Institute. This is a lady that helping me to allow me to come here today. All right. Tzu Chi, which I represent, and Ming Ai, for several years we've been coming together, very occasionally. Okay, and the opportunity is such that we have to find times, we have to find the opportunity to work together. It is very, very happy for me to say that we are coming back together again. Jane Wang, she's in charge of Ming Ai, part of the education here. So I let her just to talk a little bit about Ming Ai, okay? And there is a leaflet on the table there about Ming Ai and what they do as well here. So afterwards you can talk to her if you're interested in what they do here. And then I'll do my thing. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. You're welcome to come to Ming Ai to attend the talk on Taiwanese culture and self-cultivation. It's a great pleasure for us to share our facilities with Tzu Chi. I was told that Tzu Chi has been cooperating with Ming Ai for many years on many occasions. That's a very interesting story. It's about 5 years oral history project. At the same time, we are running a food project together with the Gengi, as in Cantonese, ILKK, right? Soy sauce, yeah, soy sauce company, and to promote Chinese healthy cuisine in the English schools.
I'm going to introduce our Dr. Chia Li Hua, who comes a long way. She's just arrived in she's going to take over from me to do all the presentation and the rest of the day.
I'm honored to be here with all of you this afternoon. I'm from Malaysia by origin, but I am now working in Taiwan, Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology. I've been taking students abroad for their international exchange program, and they were in Germany for the past week. We just reached London this afternoon, and today I'm honored to introduce my students to you. All of them are from nursing school. Nursing, they are doing nursing in school. Why dancers when it comes to nursing? As mentioned by Dr. Lee just now, when we talk about humanism, it's how to make your work joyful, how you enjoy your work. We all have our professional skill that enable us to execute what we have learned. But the most important thing is how can you execute it in a happy manner? How to live a happy life. I think this is a lifelong learning. Students, because of their trip to Europe, they practice very hard, but they are not professional. So please bear with them. They are here because they also want to be so exposed to the European culture. At the same time, they hope that they can have a chance to speak in English. They have been asked again and again to practice English, but they have no motivation to do that, not until they are here and they are forced to by their teacher, okay? So please bear with them when they try very hard to talk to you in English. And if you don't understand, raise your hand, I'll help interpret it, okay? So now let us welcome them with the Chinese dance. Human nature learns. We learn with environment. We believe in environment can provide you with a chance of learning. For example, this is what we call role modeling. I have an experiment that has been done for many times. Maybe you can join me this time. Just raise your hand. Follow what I have told you to do, okay? Please raise your right hand, please. Put your hand on your nose. Yeah, you see? I told you to follow me. Just do what I told you to, right? And you found that people normally, it is a trick, but somehow the experiments again and again proves that people follow what they see. You know? What they see, what they observe, environment helps a lot, you know? Given them in an environment with the loving kindness people, they also tend to give and share more than other people. Okay? So now Yanchu is ready. Let's listen to what she's going to tell us.
Hello everyone. My name is Yanchu. I'm Xu Ren.
We are come from慈济University of Science and Technology. And today we will share about Taiwanese culture and self-cultivation. Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
Where is Taiwan? Taiwan is one of the Asia countries. And we are from Hualien, the eastern part of Taiwan here. It is facing the Pacific Ocean. And Taiwan has a number of ethnic groups. Majority of them are Han people. And there are also some Aboriginal people. And majority of Taiwan population are Han people. And they speak Chinese. Majority of them are Buddhist. During Chinese New Year, we will have lion dance. Lion is considered an auspicious being. And red and normally people during Chinese New Year will wear red shirt. Red shirt is auspicious being and good luck too. This is our school's founder, Dharma Master Chen Yan. And I will show you some photos when our school celebrates Buddha's Day. Yes, 50 years. And this is our school preparing for the peace of the world.
Hello everyone, I'm Xu Yan. Today I will talk about tea ceremony and the flower arrangement today. In 1989, Dharma Master Shang Yan founded慈济College in Hualien, Taiwan. The school emphasizes on living education, and we are educated to be a holistic and well-balanced students. So we learn tea ceremony and flower arrangement, which are art of living in our school. During tea ceremony classes, we learn to cultivate proper manners and discipline as well as our humanist sentiments. And there are 3 factors need to be considered when making tea. First, type of tea leaves and amount of it.
Now we have Wen Xiu to show you about tea making.
And secondly is the water temperature. And finally is the type of making the tea. If these 3 factors are well considered, one will make excellent tea. When we serve tea to others, we need to have simple thoughts, like thanking our companions and serve them with respect, polite and kindness. One who is served with tea will then drink it with a respectful, grateful, and loving heart. We will normally make a wish for peace of the world with first sip, and we make a wish to always say good words and do good deeds with subsequences. Besides tea ceremony, we also learn ikbana, the flower arrangement in our school. It is a class draw us close to nature and learn from nature.
Now Wen Xiu will show you. Wen Xiu is now have poured the hot water into the tea bag, because for convenience sake we bring the tea bag instead of the tea leaves in bottle. Okay, so the water is poured into the look-alike cup that is called the cup of equality. Why? Because the water, if it is poured into that so-called cup of equality, they will of equal thickness. So you drink the tea of equal thickness. If you just pour it from the first one to the final one, you end up with the thin and the thicker and of different teas. Okay? Yeah. So now the student is going to show you how tea is being served to the elderly. Normally it is served first to the elderly, then to the younger generation. We have this hierarchical in our Chinese culture. We care about this ethical teaching to the students. Okay? Yeah. They will serve you with both their hands. Okay? Please enjoy your tea. The first sip, as the students have shared with you, you have a first sip, and then you wish for the good health, or make a good wish to anyone else. Yeah? Say good words, think good thought, do good deeds. This is something that you cultivate the inner self, but always thinking good over self and other people. Okay? You can enjoy your tea. And we may have someone who are interested to make tea here. You can join us. Okay? Yeah. Making of tea, you see, as the students was mentioning just now, there's long process. The first, that is the so-called procedure. People like me always forget where things is left because we are not so well disciplined. Yeah? People who is well trained and disciplined, for example, they are doing nursing. They can't leave the needle into people's stomach, isn't it? Very dangerous. So they have to follow the procedure accordingly. Where things are placed, how things have to get made again. You know, these are procedures that they are trained to be disciplined. From left to right, it is to be poured from left to right. You learn it that way. Why left to right? You can do it this way, isn't it? But you see the clockwise. The beauty of it is that it is clockwise when you pour it this way. Yeah? Yeah. Things move in this very natural way. Yeah. So when tea is being served, you see just now they were talking about the 3 elements where good tea can be served. The first thing is the type of tea. There are many types of tea. There are different what do you call it? Fermented differently. You know, 发酵茶. They are fermented differently. So there was a teacher. She was well versed in the type of tea. So she will number the tea that you will not know the name of it, and you will tell her, number 1 is my favorite. Number 3 is mine. And then the teacher will look into the degree of the fermentation and then tell you the degree of the student's maturity. Students have fun over it, you know? But somehow or other, what we were trying to tell the students is that people have different way of presenting themselves. Because of that, we learn to take people differently as they are. When you are right does not mean people are wrong. Just like you enjoy tea of different types. Sometimes people like black tea, other people like green tea. You like different colors of tea. But you still appreciate each other. Why when come to people share different opinions, you fight and you argue. You want to win over them. This is a reflection. We hope students learn. We learn to appreciate each other. We learn to notice differences between you and I. We learn that differences is an existence by nature. So the type of tea is the first thing that makes tea different. Second is the temperature. You see, there was coffee also have this element of temperature. The same applies to tea. You know, so people have been talking over the stories of an egg, tea leaves, as well as carrot. Have you heard about the stories of it? You see, when carrot is boiled, it turns into, it's softened, right? Carrot is softened. But if you put an egg into a boiled water, it becomes a boiled egg. Yeah? It gets hardened. But when you put the tea leaves into it, it melts and then it becomes part of the water. you know? So people adapt to environment, just like tea leaves do. The degree of temperature somehow or other also show that people take challenges as they are. If you can enjoy the heat of it, yeah, it makes you beautiful tea. The third of it is, what is the third element about the tea leaves? Now I have some present for those who can understand, who can remember what my students said. Time factor. Who was the one who said time factor? Oh, I tell you what, time factor. It is important. You're the one who said that time factor. Okay, for you. Inside there are tea. Time factor. Time means a lot. Not only in making tea, in our daily dealings. There are lots of lessons you learn from time, isn't it? Time is the master of equality. It gives everyone 24 hours a day. You know, nobody get anything more. It is just the difference is how you apply your time to your living. You know, so you see all these elements. We teach the students how to seize the moment to do their studies when this is the best time for them. You know, so tea, when it is served, it is also a dialogue between people. Normally we go for tea, we go for coffee when we are having some chat, you know. So in our school we used to say there are 3 dialogues among self, with people, and with nature. So in our school we have the calligraphy lessons. The first thing you learn is to have a dialogue with yourself. Why we need a dialogue with ourselves? It is easy. Because when you pull your chair, you mustn't make noise with it. If your mind is not on the chair, you will just do it that way, you know? So, you are not mindful. The first thing calligrapher needed to do is to be mindful on their hands. Pull the chair in a silent mode. And you sit down properly. The first thing you have to do is to get yourself quiet down, cool down, calm down, and have to take a deep breath. You see, this is what we call calligraphy in Chinese, okay? The calligraphy in Chinese, this word is called Wu, blessing, okay? There is a beautiful story over this particular word that I'm going to share with you, even it is written in a very small little way. You know, Chinese have this Wu. Very often during Chinese New Year, they will have it on the door, you know, to bring blessing. Just like the students say, why red color for the dance, why lion dance, is to chase away the evil spirit, to bring in the luck. Fu is the good luck, okay? But there was a day, one of the慈济volunteer, while he was writing the calligraphy, mistakenly has a drip of the so-called ink on the paper. And he felt so sorry. He didn't write the word properly. But our masters was very understanding, and she has a very big heart. Okay? So she said, it is nice. It is more than nicer. You know why? She said in Chinese that means more blessing. 福多一点. Means more blessing. 福多一点啦，多一点。You know? In Chinese it means more blessing, even with a small little dot. Something extra. Blessing extra. Isn't it nice? So you see, any happening, be it a luck for you, or is a bad luck for you, it all depends on your mindset, isn't it? When we talk about cultivation, it means to look internally, to look inside out, you know? If you think that the enemy is outside, I can assure you, you'll never solve your problems in your life. The enemy is always inside. It's just the way you look into the world, how you perceive the truth in life. There was a day I asked my student, because there was a dwarf-like student, about 120. I asked the student, what is the reality of 120 centimeters? And many said that she is short. She is short, isn't it? 120. How tall are you? 176. Okay. And the second question I threw to my students. Can she touch the ceiling? Can she? Yes. Can or cannot? Can she? No. Yes.
Stand on the chair.
You see, people think differently and they get different answers to the same question. If she said no, no is the fact. Because you will think that I'm too short for the ceiling. Okay? That is the truth. In your life, if you think cannot is the answer. But if you think, yes, I can. No matter how tall one is, it is just thought that matters. I can use the chair, the leather, anything that can help me. Okay, touch the ceiling. Okay? So the fact of 120 centimeter is no limit. You know? So you see, when we talk about self-cultivation in慈济, all these volunteers, why they are so dedicated, as you have seen Dr. Lee and his spouse, they all retired earlier so that they can be wholeheartedly committed in this慈济volunteer work. There must be something that they feel very rich inside out, you know? So because of that, what I'm trying to share with you is that cultivation is something you keep on checking on how you feel every day. I was a practicing lawyer before. I wanted to be rich because seeing people who drive big car, you know? Yes! You see, being a lawyer, I have to come across many litigation cases, and sometimes people are getting divorced. There was an interesting case whereby a man came to me, and then I looked into his case, a very simple transaction. The other party owed him some 200, okay? And I said, 200 only, are you sure you wanted to issue the summons? I said, I would charge you 500 for that summons issue. He was so angry that he said, I would give you 2,000 if you could get me the 200. Then you must be curious who this party is that made him so angry that he wanted to give me 2,000 for his 200. Okay? This is actually the daughter's father-in-law. Who do you call the other party? What do you call address him? Also in-laws. Okay? In-laws. It is actually the daughter's in-law. Okay? Why? They were business partner. But now, both the next generation, the daughter and the in-law was getting divorced. Okay? So he came to me. Did I help him to get the 200? As a lawyer, of course! Lawyer depends on people's fighting. The more you fight, the more I earn. This is lawyer work, okay? So, you see, yes, he did. I really charged him 500 for the 200. Okay? Business is done that way, okay? So, not long after that, he came to me again. This time, he wanted me to help him with the will. I drafted the will because we normally have to check on all your family members to make sure no one was left out, you know? Of course, we had a chat over what was happening, and he looked very tired and weak. And he told me, actually, he got this dialysis problem. The kidney got problem. Hemodialysis. He needs hemodialysis. And you know, all these rich people fight in court because they want face. Call it face also in your language?
Yeah.
In Chinese, we call face. And you call face also. Apparently, people want face. But what is face? Face is eyes, nose, and people want this. How people look at you? Pride. Yeah?
Because the pride.
The pride. The pride. You see. And he was so rich. He wanted the pride. You guess what? Not long after I read in the obituary. A year, not more than a year, ever since I know him, in this very short period of time, things happened one after another. He died. Rich man had big obituary. That whole episode actually scared me and made me ponder over the meaning of life. You fight for your faces, but your face looks so pale now and you are lying on the last bit of yours, you see. So, as a poor child, when I was young, I wanted to be rich. Seeing how life turned into such, I have been joining Tzu Chi volunteer. I joined them to do good work to the other people because I think there was an inborn passion for me to help the needy. I joined the Legal Aid Bureau as what they call it, the help the needy, yeah, help them. But you know, if you use your professional skill to help people, you tend to be cocky and arrogant because you thought you are much better off than other people, so you help, you know. When you see how Tzu Chi volunteers kneel down, attend to people in a very humble way, you also have to think twice again and again why people can help people in such a humble manner. And they show me what appreciation of opportunities to do good is all about, you know, because by witnessing what is true suffering, you will put your own problem down to its proper size. Or else you always thought that we are the most suffering one. This is a suffering world. I can't live anymore. Too bad on me, my soul. You know, there are so many complaints in life. But when I saw people who were paralyzed, I have a very deep reflection over the meaning of life. Life is impermanence. Anything can happen at any time. You know, Taiwan has one bomb. The bomb actually killed 10 over people and injured more, close to 500 youngsters. 2 of them were my students, and 65% burned. This girl was very pretty. The last picture shown before she went for the so-called Das party. You call it what? The so-called color party. She was so pretty, you know. So you see, life is so impermanent. But this student of mine was very courageous. She came and shared with the rest of the juniors. She was also a nursing student. She said she also complained about the troubling patients before. Now she became the troubled patients and she gave people trouble. She started to realize, you know, she wanted to be a better nurse. Because of her fighting spirit, the urge to survive make her recover quite successfully. Yeah? So this is what we call impermanence. Life is impermanence. Just like the flowers. The flowers. I just plucked from Dr. Lee's garden and now it withered. You see? It withered. It was just from the garden. You see? Life is so impermanent. Okay? Somehow or other, I give her some water and she was resuscitated and she survived. Okay, I would like to invite Michelle to share with us flower arranging. Before Michelle started her work, let me ask you, there is a dialogue between nature. The flower is trying to tell you something. Tell me what the flowers say. Anything you hear.
Life is beautiful.
Life is beautiful. Okay, good for you. Thank you. What else? Anybody hear anything?
Take me.
Love me, take me. Okay, you can have your share too. Who else want to share with us the message from the flower? I want to blossom. So romantically good. You see, flowers say something. We have been too busy to understand and to even hear the nature is speaking. So stop and ponder and listen. Flowers always smile. But you don't. I don't. So because of that, we always want to ask ourselves, why flower is so lovable? Because she smiles always. You know? If you want to be well-lived, like people love flowers, we smile. Okay? So now I would like to have Michelle share with us flower arranging, and later I have my story to tell you again. Okay, who loves this color?
Lavender.
Who loves this color?
I love this.
Who loves this color?
Yeah.
Who loves this color? Just like I said just now, people love different colors, but you still love each other. You don't care what color you love, okay? Always remember, not because of people loving different colors, you hate them, okay? Why Michelle cut the flowers?
Yeah. Too long. Yeah.
This is what we call it a jian shan, okay? This is the traditional way. Nowadays people use sponge. Yes, sponge is easier. But this one is recyclable. You can use it again and again. Okay? You cut the flowers into different strands.
Yeah, this one is
Different lengths.
Like the scrubbing thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should play some music. You see, if there's flower arranging with music, doesn't it sound better, look better? Yeah.
I always think with the tea ceremony, the flower arrangement should be very simple and just one flower or two flowers. Yeah. So we don't need, yeah. So I would think just do it like this.
Even container like that can be a vase, you know. It can be recyclable. So you sometimes just put something like this. For example, this one can be so folded. If this is so folded, it can cover up this one. Okay? And you have a longer flower. This can also be considered as flower arrangement. This can also be considered as a flower arrangement. Yeah? Yes. 这个是什么？玫瑰，玫瑰，玫瑰，我爱你。玫瑰，玫瑰，我爱你。People normally, this is what we said. They have carried a message. You can give people a flower to express your love. Different flowers carry different message. So, rose meaning
Love.
and carnation. In Chinese, we normally give carnation during Mother's Day. My students, are you ready for that? Are you all ready for that? You see now they put on their beautiful costume. Are you ready for that? 可以了吗？还没有，老师在。可以了哦。Okay. Anyone want to try ikebana? No? No? Okay. Now let us welcome our students' tech performance.
This is Aboriginal people, and there are 16 tribes of native people. They wear different costumes, and like I wear is amis. Yes. And they're living in different parts of Taiwan. Majority of them are either Christian or Catholic. Our school has 700 native students. We learn Aboriginal dance from them. Now we are preparing you with bugulafu.
Isyalunod ay dala sama Kristo dahil dumanas nas tuwa so sa Pasko ilasin sa manawa tikala boko laro iya oh iya iya oh na saon mas malis ang singalon mas malon do masinja ang hanapan lulun ilang sayaro asam boko laro iya oh iya oh iya Jimiskin meron ang lagi hayban Kimawakan Isyalunod mabalatamasan Ayon Sa ganado malalanan Chisumidala Chisumidala Isyalado mula Ayaw sa akin dumakan Ano sumgada Miniskis Boko lahamo Ho 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 Iya oh haya 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 Isyalunod ay dala sa Kristo dahil dumanas na sila sa Pasko ilasin sa manawa tikala boko laro iya oh iya iya oh iya balis ang singalon baswan alon do masinja ang halpan lulun ilang sayaro asam boko laro iya oh iya iya oh iya
Number 1 and she's number 7. Which one is the native girl? Number 1, please raise your hand if you think number 1 is native girl. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. The answer. Please raise your hand. Who is the Aboriginal girl?
7.
Number 4.
7.
Please raise your hand. 4. Yeah. Most of you have got my present, right? Have you not?
No.
Okay. Don't. Good.
Thank you.
Blessing for you.
Thank you.
You know? When you cross your hand like that, you want to walk also very difficult. You see? So when I find out that they dance in such a way, I realized that all of us must learn to let go and be relaxed. If you do not learn to let go, you can just tell how much you are affected by this, and you can move freely, not only physically, mentally as well. You know? So we learn how to let go. and be easy with other people. Life is a dance, so dance it. You can move freely, left and right, right and left. Bang, 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 bang. You want to try it? You tried it. You in the center. Open up. Open up. Yes. Right? 1, 2, 3. 慢慢教他。1, 2, 3. Wait, left, right.
Oh.
Okay. left. Okay. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, faster, quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left, right, left, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's easy, isn't it? Yeah, and you let go. You can move freely. Yeah. Okay. So, are you ready for the next one? Okay. This. Nice, isn't it? Yeah. Do you enjoy now? Yeah. Later, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone join. Okay? Later I'll see how you showed it. Later we can take photo with them as well, right? So I learned a lot from my Aboriginal students. They are very relaxed, sometimes too relaxed that I feel very annoyed. Because we have been trained to be, one after another, but they really live a very relaxed life. But in my school, something I would like to share with you, the history of it was because of the Aboriginal girls. They were sold by the parents and turned into early prostitution at the 70s, 80s, like that. Our founder, Master Ching, felt so sorry for them. So we started to give them scholarship and give them nursing education. And at the same time, we have the so-called Peter, Mama, and Papa. Sister, Papa, and Mama. Why we want to have this Tzu Chi volunteers? Like our Li Huang Mama also come with me from Taiwan. Yeah. She has a daughters here in London. They stay here in London. But she has been with me in Europe, in Germany, because she serves as like the mama to all these students. Why? We need a role modeling with multi-functions for all these girls. Because actually, with very poor family structure, they don't know what the role of a mother could be. And they repeated their lives of the, parents. Poor to see them having delivered at a very young age, again and again, There are many, many stories I can tell you, to quote one or two of them. There was a day, a girl, after the completion of our camp, all the students must go back home. And she came to me saying that she didn't want to go back. And I was very frustrated. You give me trouble. You don't go back, then how can I go back for Chinese New Year? And she said because she didn't know where to go back, because the mom just gave her a message saying, don't send your luggage home, because the boyfriend was very violent. And she said, therefore I couldn't go back to my mom, okay? Actually, I can go back to my uncle's home, the mother's brothers. But the uncle's father was not happy because they are of different father. My grandmother said, come back for Chinese New Year, but not the whole winter holiday, because the grandmom's husband, who is also not the grandma, was not happy. So you can tell a girl living in the family structures, it is so confusing. She also has a very confusing life. She actually, without my knowledge, I just saw a sad girl, therefore I helped her, and I asked her to join this group of, we call them school ambassador. Not until I wanted to submit her name for flight booking, a colleague of mine came to me and tell me she has tattoo. In Chinese culture, tattoo means bad girls. So they asked her to come and see me. Why tattoo? And she showed me a wrist with 4 letters. S-O-U-L. So. She was so soulless. She cut herself for many times. She disliked her whole life. Therefore, the mother believed by having the soul tattoo could possibly help her. So this girl, despite her plight, I asked her to join the rest of my group. You can tell my students, they are all blooming like a flower. That very group of students so happened they have a child drama with so-called flowers. And because she was not good in acting, so she was put as one of the dancers amongst many. She could be easily noticed, not because she looks like flower, because she had a sour face. Not until I took her to Myanmar. I just saw the Tzu magazine. May I have one of them? In Myanmar. Myanmar suffered from a very huge cyclone. Tzu helped them, helped the local farmers and helped the local students. Going there, seeing how all this, the Myanmar one, the first one on the right, yes. We were there. And the Myanmar children, they were living in these conditions. All their classrooms, there might be 10 classes in one huge classroom. One blackboard is facing this side, the other one is on the other end. They were not interrupted. In my school, with aircon, the students just couldn't concentrate. People like them, they can concentrate easily, So, seeing all these girls and boys who were in bad condition, but yet they did not complain, this little girl had a lot of reflection. You know why? Because the young boy of 9 years old has to carry the 2 barrels of water of 10 gallons, to and fro for 3 times to only gain 10 cents US dollars. And my students, this girl, listening to their stories, she felt that even though she had been with a very weak family, whereby nobody really loves her, and she was bullied until she felt that her life was hopeless, she suddenly saw a light, and she noticed that she still can go to school. This was a blessing compared to that little boy of 9 years old, because she needed to work. She couldn't afford to study. So ever since then, she started to find the light that can lead her to the future. Do you think it is ever happy after that? No. There's still up and down. With what? With the mother's emotions and conditions. So this time again, she was going to help me to lead one group to Myanmar again. And she came to me telling me the mother suffered from cancer and asked me what can she do about it. I always ask my students, when things happen, the first thing you must ask is, what can I do now? Are you nurses? Yet to be. Can you help your mom in the meantime? Not much. But what your mom needs now? Moral support. Are you strong enough to provide moral support? Not yet. How can you be strong first? First ask what I can do now. Next ask what I can do next. Things happen. First thing, always ask what I can do now. You know, before, just the day before I came here, a student of mine were having that intensive training to go abroad. We are sending them to Southeast Asia and Melbourne. She was also one of the leaders. Was hit by the car and broke her leg, you know. And I was just finished doing my fried rice, about to eat. The phone called, the phone rang. The first thing I asked also what I can do now. I am not a doctor. I can't go to the hospital to help her now. Finish my meal is very important. Because what I can do next, I can be her support after I finish my meal and having my shower until late in the evening, you know? So when the girl first saw me, she didn't cry for the broken leg, you know. She cried for seeing me because she felt so sorry for not being able to help me lead the team. You know, I'm so sorry, you know. When she cried, I couldn't help myself too, of course. What we can do next? Initially, she was scared that the father would not allow her to with the sketches. With the crutches. Who knows? The father was even more worried than her. She said, how can you take my daughter there? If you could, I don't mind. You know, I have been following up with the condition. I pray for her quick recovery, hopefully within 3 weeks' time. Nurse, do you think she's okay after 3 weeks? Maybe. Let's pray hard for her. With all your prayer, I believe that she will make it, you know? So when things happen, the first thing we always ask is what can we can do now. For example, cyclone hit this Myanmar seriously. What we can do now? At that very moment, you see, shelter is really one of the problems. The next one is that the farmers, they are all tenants, you know, to the paddy land. All the harvest, more than half of it goes back to the landlord. So what we do is that we give them the medicine in order to let them be able to stand on their own 2 feet. We have to depend on them, yeah, for food, for this basic needs. You know what? A farmer who is called Wojinton, we met him. He has a beautiful story because he has a simple mind. I told him, because the other day I went to his place with many volunteers, we told him, speak good words. You know what he did? Every day when she went even for sowing the seed, you know, doing the ploughing, he always speak good words to the paddy, to the plants. He didn't have any, what do you call it, not only fertilizer of course, but not 농약, pesticide. Pesticide. You guess what? He has much better harvest than the next neighbor who has the pesticide. You see, you must believe in the unseen. Magic power, isn't it? Yeah? I always believe in that. You know, when there is a when there's a will, there's a way. You see, with the shelter that is very simple, now she has brick house. Guess what? Because she need not have to pay back to the landlord for the seeds anymore. You know? So you see, there are beautiful stories that make me believe that love can change the world. But to get the first step, to get it initiated, it is not easy. Today my students will show you sign language. I think we believe in love. What is the song that you are going to show us with sign language? 我们手语歌哪一首英文的？反正你们学那么久，今天才有机会表演而已。They learn very hard on so-called sign language. Why we have sign language? Because when we first approach the dumb and deaf, this is the easiest way. But of course, the Chinese language is a little bit different from all you have familiar with. But there's also some beautiful performance. You see, we get in touch with people sometimes by words, sometimes by sign language, but more often by human touch, the eye contact, the touch, you know. So when you see others, you will see yourself. This is the so-called 一家人呀。Oh, this is a beautiful song. There is no one in this world that I do not love. There is no one in this world that I don't trust. There is no one in this world that I can't forgive. May the great love fill the world through all of the time. When this relic was first written by Master Cheng Yen, we argue with it. There are so many people not trustworthy, especially lawyer, don't trust anyone. But finally, I noticed that the message across is not gone this way. It was trying to tell you that if you are leading a life with suspicion, you will never be happy because you will never let go. You always think people are not good, you know? You can't forgive, you know, just like my student. If she couldn't forgive and she really cut herself, she spoiled her whole life. By being able to forgive, they move on. Okay? So this is a beautiful song. I know the Chinese one.
Shall you sing then, please?
Yes. 我来唱中文的给大家听啊。
可以好。
天下没有我不爱的人，自己一起出来。天下没有我不信任的人，普天之下没有我不原谅的人，心中烦恼埋怨忧愁放下了。So you see, this is the first approach I had. I still remember a friend of mine who was a nurse. She found that in the medical industry, sometimes the patient was really unforgivable, you know, and the families especially. This was why we keep on asking our nursing students, bear with all these things in life. Life is just like the script that you write. You wrote yourself in your past lives. We believe in the so-called karma. What you are having now, be it what you are suffering or what you are enjoying, was actually what you have done in your past life. This is what the Buddha's teaching basically is all about. And what you were hoping for your future, do it now, you know. So because of that, we believe that the script that was written in your past lives is what you are having in your this life now. Be you suffering or you enjoying. Therefore, in this life, as we are writing the future script of ours, whereby we will be on the stage and we will be the player of the stage, we must ensure that the script is written properly. Do good deeds. Help people. You will definitely enjoy what you have solved, you know? Just like I came back from Hamburg, we have been taking students there with the help of our local volunteers. They provide us with food and accommodations. There was wine. I can bring so many people to a totally strange place to me. Here now in London, I don't know them, and they drive their car there. Seeing that they look like Tzu Chi volunteer, we went in and then so we used to say that Tzu Chi is a big family, one of the largest in the world. I must tell you, yeah. Why we said family is because we don't know each other and yet we help people. Initially, as a lawyer, I disliked the idea of helping the nasty one. I attended to one young chap of 27 years. I remember him because he was about 2 years my senior then. I was a fresh graduate. We went there and listened to the complaint of the parents. The father said he was really of bad temper, that he cursed the father. You better die earlier. You know, after you die, I die. You know? You know, I told and challenged the senior volunteers. I said, why help this guy? Let him be. You know? Then the senior one was telling me, we believe in the idea of planting a seed of kindness in this guy's mind. But they know me, lawyer, wanted to see effect. No effect, no belief, you know. So, he said he might not change in these lives, but we must believe that the seed will grow in the next lives. What was transmitting in between was, I keep on going, visiting this guy. We sang for him. 大家有爱，大家有爱，白雪都融化. We tried to cheer him up, you know. And then I went back to my office. I became a lawyer again. Molly came. Why this stupid mistake again? I told you, get it, man. You know. I finally suddenly found that I am just like the two facets guy, you know. 大家有爱，大家有爱，白雪都融化. Molly. Why this stupid mistake again? I told you for many, many times, you know? And then this reflection was deep inside me. I found that I had been too bad to my colleagues who have been helping me. Of course, she could make people very frustrated if you keep on making the same mistake again, okay? But I tried to have this reflection of changing my mindset, paradigm shift. I started to speak to Molly in a different mode. Now, Molly, I'm so sorry, I overlooked this. Can you help me amend it again? This time Molly will say, sorry. She will quickly attend to me. Before that, when I scolded her, she will fight back. I gave you, I saw you already, you didn't see it. Now you come back to me again. So you see, when people apologize, you feel a little bit more apologetic, people also will change, you know. Before, you know, I attended to this guy with my loving heart. I had a reflection and had room to grow. You know what? Through the passage of time, after a year or two, the father died at the age of 50-something. We went to the hospital, informed him about this bad news. He cried like a little child, even though he hated the father so much at the very beginning. And he cried. 2 months later, he passed away. It scared me so much. Don't curse people. You are cursing yourself. We believe in that karma thing. Lawyers speak a lot of bad words. The more money we earn, you know? So now, because of that, with the advice of Master Cheng and the founder, I have a first meeting with her. She encouraged me to switch to education. And I became the principal of a high school in Malaysia. And because I admire Master Cheng so much, I went to Taiwan to be a volunteer there. For a year, who knows, I was stick there, and I became a teacher there, you know. So you see, fate guided you. I'm well loved as a teacher, I must say. I'm well loved by them. So I'm a disciplinarian, as you may have seen, okay? As a lawyer, you are so trained logically, but as a Tzu Chi volunteer, the spectrum get wider and wider. I become much more flexible. Before that, we have only the so-called right and wrong. When I'm right, you are wrong, you know? So, Tzu Chi widen our perspective in life. The so-called right and wrong sometimes is not so important. For example, what is the number? If I show you fingers like this. 7, 2, you see? What else? The ladies from mainland China tell me this is 8. Yes. You tell me 8, isn't it?
No.
You know.
Somebody told me before.
Yes. I went to mainland China and they say 8. I said 7. Why 8? Then how you show 7? 7. Then how you show 7? How you show 7? 7. You see? Chinese is very, very lazy. By one hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kind of like that, okay? So you see, there was one in-law married to Taiwan, and the mother-in-law was asking her to get 6 packs of supper, and she came back with 2. The mother-in-law was asking her why. She said, you told me 2. So the so-called right and wrong because of the different background, culture. You know, so we learn to appreciate. So for me, thereon, ever since I attended to cases like this, I know what wisdom is all about. Wisdom and intelligence are very different stuffs. When people say you are very smart, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a compliment, you know. But when people say she's such a wise lady, you like her, right? What is the difference between the two? Intelligent and smart guys. Intelligent people, smart guys, clever girls, they all wanted to win. They all wanted to gain. They can gain at the expense of others. They know mathematics well. They are good mathematically, you know. They know 1 + 1 = 2. In order to make you see, in order to achieve their 10s, they keep on lacking their 9. You know, being 10,000, you are lacking your 9,000. You know, things like this. But the wise one know, having a house, buying another one, the spare one is useless. But the smarter one will tell you, rent it out, get rental. The wise one will say, I donate to Tzu Ultimately, you are living one house in one house on one bed, right? Yeah. So there was why in Tzu we have a very humble start of 30 housewives saving 5 cents into the so-called bamboo bank. May I have the bamboo bank, please? The master actually want to have self-cultivation and did not want to take in any members actually at the very beginning. But not until she found a blood stain outside hospital. The miscarriage lady was denied admission because she could not afford the deposit then. So she said, if you housewives wanted to be my follower, you have to follow me to do good deed. They were asking to save 50 cents every day into the bamboo bank. The smarter one was say, too troublesome, I give you 15 each month. As I said, no, it was the loving kindness that is more important. You build the loving kindness, you develop your loving kindness. And at the same time, you're doing it at no burden because this is the best finance management, isn't it? You save your money, you can do good. So because of that, I love the idea because Master Ching Yen said, a drip of water, when it's dipped into the sea, it will never get dry. As a lawyer with my annual income, I couldn't have one girl who wanted to go for her operation that cost 100,000, you know? But with the effort of many people, 50 ringgit, 50, 60, 100 or 5 ringgit, we can join hands together to help many people, yeah? So today, Tzu Chi had this very humble start. The idea was to help the needy and to educate the rich, to inspire our loving kindness inside. I feel blessed and very much inspired. And the ideal of one family is such that disregard of colors, we help people. Later, Betty is going to share with you her experience in Serbian. And now, before that, my students will perform their last song, One Back.
I feel happy when you laugh cheerfully, and when you cry, I hurt even more deeply. For my dreams to come true, I will need your company. Your love makes my courage grow strong within me.
My name is Phoebe. I'm the Tzu Chi UK Commissioner, and thank you for taking time. I'm going to share you all what would be in Serbia for the Syrian refugee. Actually, it's not only Syrian. We do have Iraq and Iran refugee. And just now you heard the song, We Are One Family. Do you like it?
Yes.
Yeah, good. We actually introduced this song building the international relief at Serbia as well, and with the subtitle of Arabic language and also the Farsi language. And the Farsi language is for the refugee from Afghanistan and Iran. Yeah, because we believe this beautiful song should be shared with everyone and let them feel the love. and the love power is really powerful there. Okay. So the mission initially is 10 days, but it's been extended to a month, more than a month actually. And initially we plan to distribute 10,000 of winter coats, hats, gloves, and scarf sets. But what happened is, during the 3rd day of March, suddenly the international changes of European, the Macedonia start to shut their gates. They not allow any refugee to enter the border. So the number reduced dramatically. Initially, we've been told they will pass by Serbia, about 1,000 of them, and they need to get the course changed. So we've been working there, and then finally we gave out 2,830 sets of the winter coats. So our volunteer kind of think, are we really want to go after these 10 days? We feel like we want to help them, really need help. So we went back, talked to the commissioner at Serbia, said, is there anything else we can help? Then they start to say, if you really want to help, there's one thing you can help, is hot food. Because at the moment, we only can able to offer them cold food, a loaf of bread, a small tin of sardine, and water. Your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, exactly the same. Amazing. If you are the refugees, what you're feeling is, you actually don't want to eat. And this riot happened as well. People said, we need to go, we are human beings. They throw the food out. And that happened within the 2nd day of our distribution. I will explain further. So, and now we say, yes, we can give out the hot vegetarian food. And it's quite surprisingly, they told us, you can give out the hot food, but you cannot cook them. So we have like, we couldn't cook the food. How can we provide the hot food? And because the love from our heart, we want to help people. So the volunteers sit down, and then they come out of very creative solutions. There's 2 solutions there. We discuss further. And we managed to give out altogether 6,773 meals. And you see why I put a blanket there. That includes 2,223 meals of Jingsi instant rice from Taiwan. Anyone heard about Jingsi instant rice? You heard about it? Have you tried it? No, never tried it. Okay, next time we probably bring some and show you. And the Jingsi instant rice is a very special design for Tzu Chi international disaster relief. You only need to put in the cold water overnight, you get the rice, or you put in like hot water, like 10 minutes, you get the rice straight away. It's very powerful. Yeah. I'll show you in the video later on. And for these missions, initially we got 46 volunteers from 11 countries because it extended to a month, and we don't have a lot of volunteers in Europe, so it's extended to worldwide. And now we got altogether 88 volunteers from 15 countries. The country include Far East Asia, like Singapore, Malaysia. Yeah.
To continue to reflect a little bit, if you all still remember, what Sister Li Hua just now mentions, Tzu Chi, do not first answer, do not say cannot. We always find solutions then. That's why when they say that we can't cook, we're still able to prepare the meals for them.
And I need to emphasize, all our volunteers, when they're on the mission, they pay their own food, their own flight ticket, their own accommodations. So it's not easy. I've actually been there for twice. I'm a working person, so you can imagine why I want to take so much time off my work. I've been there like 21 days. And just now the Jingsi I mentioned, we have difficulties. We actually bought the local hot vegetarian packaging food, the one when you go on the flight, you get the one with the aluminum foil. Yeah, we bought that. But what happened is, Serbia is not a country, a rich country, and not even a vegetarian style country. So they run out of food. So what happened? Tzu Chi is a big family, so we asked the help from Taiwan, and they sent out the food on 16th of March, and then reached Istanbul, and then from Istanbul all the way to Serbia on 18th. So how quick and how fast they actually react. Yeah. And this actually takes a lot of effort from all the volunteers around Taiwan as well.
this is the delivery of the Jingsu rice, instant rice. Why we want to deliver the rice then? Because when we interact with the refugees, Afghanistan and Iraqians, they say that their main meal is basically rice. And then, because why we can do it then? Because we have instant rice. We can cook it without just with hot water or cold water. We can cook the instant rice. So I mean, like, that's why Taiwan, I mean, like, when we react to it, Taiwan headquarters able to do all these things like 2 days. I mean, like, so it's really instant and how quick they can done it. It's impressive.
Yeah, and all together with the instant rice, the silver bowls, and the spoon is approximately 2 tons. That's quite weight as well. And you can see from here, this is the temporary accommodation of the refugee. Do you like this place? Do you want to stay here? Anyone want to stay here? Can you raise your hand? To be honest, the first time I step in, I feel like I want to step out. It's a strongly smell there. Because people stay there, they don't actually shower themselves, there's not enough water, and they travel all the way. Probably when you first saw her, it's like 20, 30 days they've been travel. Yeah. And can you see that? That's a document that showed me why they can't move forward or why they've been rejected by certain country kind of thing. They have to get something like an A4 paper, chunk of A4 paper. None of the country want to stamp on their passport. So they rely a lot on the charity body like the United Nations. So when they cross the border, they have to hold that paper. So guys, how many paper? If you lost one of the paper, you can't move forward. We all know most of them want to move to Germany. Okay. And so at that time, their emotions are very unstable. They feel sad and they don't want to talk to anyone. But now our volunteer didn't give up. People like Michael, if you spot him in the middle there, he actually moved forward and then talked to them. Because we give out the food like in the lunch and the dinner. But in between, we do have some spare time. So we didn't just stay there, play our phone or something, like go to Facebook. But we use our time, go and interact with them, talk to them, show them the care, and then show them the sign language, and then talk to them. I think people just need to talk to each other to let them feel the care and support, or sometimes on parks or something. It's kind of support. Please don't go out. Yeah, you feel welcome. Like our nice young lady, like flower blooming and smiles. Yeah. And the top picture there is our brother Chong. Why he has the picture with the strong man there? Because when we give her the jacket, not all the jackets suit the size. So he took the initiative, go to the market straight away to find a suitable big jacket for the elderly. This is like something you did straight away. You don't say, oh sorry, I can't give you the jacket. Can you just go away? No way. But we can try to find a solution. We really want to help. And at the bottom is one of the brother try to guide the youngster, the children. You need to be good manner as well if you want to get something. Because they push each other, it's easily fighting. We don't want this to happen because everyone under the pressure. If the kids fighting each other, it's not just kids fighting. It will be a fighting between the country. You know, they are from different background. So the parents easily fight themselves as well. So we try to prevent this happen. So we show them. And the last picture, can you spot? There's a baby at the bottom. Yeah, there's a wireless baby. Yeah. So this is very poor condition when you travel around.
For information, I mean the jacket, we have various sizes from small all the way to triple XL.
Yes.
It's just that doesn't fit the party person, and then we would like to help them. That's why we do it separately. This is special circumstances.
And from this picture, anyone can tell me on the top picture, what's all the gentlemen doing there, or all the volunteers? Praying. Why you want to pray? Just guess. Pray for what?
Peace.
Yeah, pray for peace, that's right. Every day in the morning, before we go out to serve people, or go out to give out to help people, we sit down together and we listen to master teaching, and then we pray for the peace, pray for the refugee as well. We believe the praying and love power from the heart will help. And at night, when you come back after dinner, we will sit down together to do a reflection section. so you can share your feeling, because we are human beings. As a volunteer, we have something to speak out if we see something, or there's some problem or anything you face, so you sit down together. It's a very good reflection section, so you learn from each other, and then you get the encouragement from the team leader, and we do it better and better. And you see from the picture, the kids really like us. If you put on the jacket, the Tzu Chi jacket, that always run all the way to you, want to hug you. And this is not built by one day. This is because a lot of effort, a lot of love we give to them. Yeah. And when we give out the jacket, we just didn't give out straight away. We actually help you to put it on, make sure you get the right size, and that's the jacket you want. And you can see this is a happy face for your kids. And can you see here, this young kids here, why I make a red circle around him? This is the riot I mentioned on the second day. They throw out all the food, and they want to move on. And all these innocent kids, they don't know what happened. They just follow the alarm. They just follow, you see. And I felt so sorry for them, because they should be put in a school, pray with the kids, not stand in front of all these riots. And now after we accompany him for a few weeks, he put on the small back and helped me to tidy up the chair after the dinner. I mean, we want to see these changes. Yeah. And this is what I show you. We've actually put in, the solution is we boil hot water. We are allowed to boil water in a big tin, and then put all the instant packaging food there. Yeah. This is the food we bought at Serbia. And we actually give out the bread as well. It's nicely, and then we help them to cut it nicely, and then they can have the hot food happily. So they say thank you to us. Finally, they can have hot food. And this is the time when we start to introduce the instant ginseng rice from Taiwan. Why we want to have an introduction there? We just not give out the food straight away. We want to tell them the history of the ginseng rice. We want them to cherish. This is the love of worldwide, all the way from Taiwan. And we want to make sure the taste of how some people like the rice to be very dry. Some is like, I want soft one. So we actually have the section introduced to them, and then get the feedback. We actually get 30 refugees from 3 different countries, from Afghanistan, Iraq, and also Syria. Yeah. And this is our volunteer, like helping the mom with her hand, and they actually kiss us back. To be honest, I've been involved in this mission twice. It's an amazing kind of experience I have. I never thought I would have the direct contact with the refugee. At the same time, I reflect to myself how lucky I was. I was born in Malaysia, and then studied here, and then started working here. And it's not easy for them. If you see the video, there's one kid with the red jacket singing the rap song. He actually singing, do you know what's the definition for refugee? You do know where you're going. You do know where you are. Every morning, no one say good morning to you. No one say hi. And you've been give the food or the clothes and then go away. For a young kid, 13 years old, think about it. He should put in a school happily with the friends, but not writing out the release in that way. I feel very sorry for him, and I hug him straight away. And the good news is we still keep in touch with him and the family. He now reached Germany, and there's more and more refugees reach there. I mean, we can't do everything, but at that time, that moment, we accompany them. So start from now, give the smile to people next to you or even opposite you. The smiles will change. Yeah. Mike, you want to say something?
No, I just want, I mean, it's like our time is up, you know. Yeah. But later on when you have a meal, we can show you a clips. We are one family. That's the background clips. It's all about the Syrians, I mean, refugee, how we interact with them. It's a very warm-hearted clip, sir. So we would like to share to you when you enjoy your meal later on, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for all of you to stay until now. Just a few words of closing remarks. Although we only sort of show you 1.5 hours of a little glimpse about Tzu Chi, it's actually, we have 50 years experience from nothing, zero, until what we have now. So there has been a long journey for all of us. I can tell you a lot of stories, all the things that has happened with Tzu Chi sort of endeavor over the last 50 years. So if you like to know more about Tzu Chi, you can pick up the magazines, either in English or in Chinese. There is a little booklet here, which is spiritual words, if you like. Just like Dr. Shirley Hua just now talking about things that have been said, about love, about things that you need to do to be kind to other people, all will be in the script in here. And this is not actually Buddhist script. This is actually humanity. This is how humans should be. Yeah? We forgot a lot of this because we have been living in a world that's very competitive, very sort of rivalry. So if you want to pick up these little booklets, you may. And also, there is little sort of telephone numbers and email that you can pick up. You can sort of find us in Facebook to find us. And then you can contact me directly if you want to become one of the volunteers as well. In terms of numbers, they are very small compared with like Oxfam, like International Red Cross. But then from nothing until now, they have noticed what we did, what we do, and they are actually working with us in many, many countries. So we are getting more and more energy, if you like, from all quarters, and you can be part of it. You can be part of this organization. It doesn't matter whether you're non-Buddhist, whether you're even other religion. It doesn't matter, because as long as you have a good heart, you can be one of us. So it doesn't matter what religion is. Worldwide, our members, the largest one is actually Muslim in Indonesia, and a lot of Catholic in South America, in Haiti, and a lot of Catholic in in Africa as well. So a lot of this, even in Taiwan, a lot of Catholic and Presbyterian church members benefited from our effort because we help them as like everybody. So this is an organization which is very unusual. So don't worry about the religion. If you want to be part of our sort of effort, you may join us, okay? Last but not least, if any one of you now feel there is an emotion you want to express when you stand here to share with all of us, you may do so. If not, then later on we may invite you to speak on the camera as well, if necessary. Just like what you saw in that clips of the Serbian video, we picked the volunteers to encourage them to come and talk to us, just for the benefit of all of us, you and me, and also for the benefit for the donors who donate the money for us to go and distribute this aid. So we need to show them the proof that we actually done it. We take your money, £100, the money £100 will go into the refugees. This is what we did. That's why we have a record like this, to prove it, because otherwise it will be difficult to convince people that actually we're doing the things that what we said.